Two brothers once lived in a house together. It used to be the older one who took care of the younger one. Every morning, his older brother goes to work, then comes home in the afternoon to look after his younger brother. His curiosity about my brother's job grew as he grew older. As he has been working hard for me, I wish to help him as much as I can when I have the time. He seems to earn a lot of money from the gifts he buys me. Eventually, he gathered the courage and asked, "Brother, what do you do for a living? Can I help you in any way? You don't have to pack your bags for school today, I'll take you to a place where you work. There is something I would like to show you." The next morning, both took the bus and arrived at the destination. Several fighters were preparing for the fight on a huge ground. A long line of people cheering for the fight. "What is this, brother? Let's find out," what he said. Two notebooks were taken out by his brother near the ring of his favorite fighter. As the game began, his brother continued to write. There was hauling, crying, and laughter, some losing money, some gaining wholesomely. Despite the bizarre surroundings, his brother watched the entire game calmly. He was noting down each and every move that each fighter was making and their intentions around it. He wrote it round after round of fights that happened between the fighters. At a specific time when he was aware and confident of the game and who was going to pull the game, he took the bet and closed the bet before even the other fighter could revive. He was bang into the timings of his bet. He made enough money and told his brother that it's time to leave now. "What do you do, brother?" the younger one asked. "Yes, I know you took the bet today, but it was easy to find out who would win, I don't quite get it." Brother replied, "It doesn't matter who wins at the end of the day, it depends who wins after you place the bet, every minute counts or you could lose the game before it finishes. I call it the game of time." He further explained. "Two pieces of paper are used in my game. Each move of both fights is written down in both the papers. I note down each and every minute details of both the traders individually. Upon finding sufficient evidence, once I see no constraints, calculating all the parameters, I make the bet. In most cases I win, because I'm doing something no one else does, or mostly no one does. Because I don't look at the strengths of each of the fighters before the game, I look for each and every move both the fighters make. I read their minds by looking at the actions they make. Once I find that one of the participants is losing its strength and the other taking the advantage, I place my bet."
This story, I often make it listen to my students so that they gain some insights of the game of trading. This is something I'll tell you more about, but I want to know what you thought about this story. We are in the midst of a game of options here. A comparison of his notes with the individual buyer and seller charts is similar to options trading charts. Each move he makes is written down, comparable to the candle formations on the piece of paper. Observe that he doesn't see the game as it is, instead, he views it with a different perspective, concentrating more on what he evaluates than the whole game. If you understand the analogy, you will know where to look and where to avoid looking. Stocks and commodities don't necessarily require the same trading style. What happens depends on the script you're playing.